conditioned truck. You guys, go ahead and enjoy all that air conditioning out there. So we turn the truck here, look to the left, you guys see the island in front of the ranch. Now the most common name for the island, one almost everybody calls it today, is Chinaman's Hat. So the island is almost hats. The people first were in the sugar and the pineapple industry. The Hawaiian name for the island is Mokuli'i Island. So you look to the right, you see these four ki'i. So they're not tiki with a T, they're ki'i with a K. These four here represent four of the main Hawaiian gods. There's over 40,000 lesser gods and demigoddesses throughout Hawaiian culture. I can name these four here. I cannot name the 40,000. Starting from the far left, you have Ku, Kualoa, Lono, and Kane. Out of those four, probably the most important to the ranch today is Lono. He's the bald one. Lono's got a... Alright guys, you look out to the right, you know.
Is the Moses going to...
Right there. Pretty expensive when you find it in the gift shops, like maybe a 2 or 3 inch bracelet. It's about mountain apples right here. So you see the red apples come off these trees. So we say apples. So the area to my right is supposed to look like, they're not. What they do is they frame it up, they sheet it with plywood, and they put a thin set concrete over the top of it and shape it up to make them look like brick walls. Now, I'm not quite sure why they left this here, but if you go home and you watch Triple Frontier, and you watch it to the very end, they left it open for a sequel. So I don't know if they're gonna do one, but there's this set, and there's 2 on the north side of the property from the same movie. Another thing to notice about Triple Frontier, if you watch it, it is almost always raining in that movie. That's because they filmed it during the rainy season. Rainy season Hawaii is November to April. Depending on what part of the ranch you're on, you get anywhere from 40. So the ranch has been doing tours for close to 40 years. When they first started in tours on the ranch, it's mostly a real helicopter. They actually broke some of it as they brought it down the road for filming. What they couldn't replace with styrofoam, the white pieces on it are styrofoam, they replaced with things you can get at the Home Depot. So on top of the helicopter, in between the rotor blades, there's a round disc. That is a stainless steel cooking wok. So you took a wok, painted it green, now you got a helicopter piece. I know it's a wok because when the wind blows, it falls off. So we just put it back on there. So this helicopter is going to stay here until another movie comes here. If another movie comes here and they don't want it, they're going to take it out. Almost everybody. Styrofoam, they're almost always required to tear these sets down immediately after they're done movies. This one was kept up for us because it's important to the tours, and it's kind of in an out-of-the-way location as well. So I'm going to pull up right where this truck is in just a second. Once I pull up here,
A lot. Well, those are different. I think there's 2 or 3, but then there's Jurassic Park. No, Jurassic World probably more than Jurassic.
on the ranch. One going to the North Valley, then one going to the South Valley. But as you drive around the iris,
If we have great views, Westy is all dependent on us, right? Plus, to your safety is my number one concern. I can't have anybody falling out and causing a fire hazard on this beautiful. Because if you fall out, I'll get fired. Jeez. Indominus Rex, right after the whole Jurassic. Right, so the hot wire that Jeep, they're making their way down this road here when they encounter this gate, right? And if you guys remember in the movie, this gate, you guys want to recreate this? Your glasses, ladies, your lashes, if they go flying in the wind, we will not come back for them, all right? Here we go, guys. Oh man, that was a weak boom, guys. That's the scientific name for this dinosaur is the Velociraptor.
Dinosaurs.
So these are pipi, P-I-P-I. The Hawaiian word for cow is pipi. Right? We have anywhere between 500 to 600 heads of pipi on this ranch at any given time.
Pee-pee.
Because we've been in when that happened, the military came and seized our base, right? And they ended up building a military. So all of these bunkers actually overlooked the hangar that was on the other side of the hill there, right? That held their P-38 Lightning planes. Pretty fascinating. They also had a 6,500. If you guys take a look to the right, that is the beautiful Pacific Ocean up here. It's called Kualoa Point. Right? That is actually a surf spot down there as well called Rainbows. It's pretty fascinating. But so this is the largest part of our ranch. This is about 2,200 acres. Inside is where they did a scene for Kong Skull Island. Right, so this is where King Kong is getting lured into this lake filled with napalm that Samuel L. Jackson, who plays Colonel Packard, wants him to enter because he wants to accept those rocks and those sticks and the actors, right? Other than that, everything was CGI'd into that scene as well. So those rocks are actually made out of styrofoam. It's not rocks at all. And they also have those sticks that are actually made out of it, where they take him in for questioning to find out why he was actually there. And when they did so, they helped him go back to his ship. Right? Like shrimp, like a freshwater shrimp, basically. And then the things to the right hand side, that is ulu or breadfruit, which are very delicious. Over here, guys, is some more of our fruits, papayas, apple, bananas that we grow here. Right? Some of them are about 2 months old. The youngest one's right there in the front. Look at that cat. He thinks he's a kid, as well as our cattle. Everything came out of that is the This is such a mind-blowing movie for everybody who went to the theaters and seen this, even years after. The first movie to ever use CGI and animatronics together. which is, look at these two ATVs floating in the air, guys. Is from Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. So this is starring Zac Efron, Adam Devine. We also had Anna Kendrick from Pitch Perfect, right? So these two brothers, their sister is getting married in Hawaii, right? And she told them, the only way you guys are coming if you guys bring dates is to see what we can get, right? Hilarious. This was hilarious, kind of sad, right there right now, because like I said, that is the transportation shed for them. The transportation shed is the piggery state for that very reason. The next one is trying not to be detected by any of the radars. Starring Nicolas Cage. This is one of the most largest productions that were shot here on the ranch. Right? Yeah, it's about. Alright, and then the next one, guys, is Final Frontier. I mean, triple views that they seen to load up whatever money they could, and very long, folks. So that way you guys can stand up and take some photos of this beautiful valley before we make our way down. That are sick and stuff, please feel free to ask me. I'm available whenever you guys need me. Just kind of wave me down, stay with me. But I'll check in with you guys in just a moment, alright? If they do, just tap on the truck, okay? Get my attention because I can't really hear if you guys say stop. So if you guys tap on the side, it'll let me know to pick up or something.
White shrimp and Malaysian prawn in here. We do about 1,500 pounds every 3 months. What's cool about these is that once we reintroduce this wetland environment, a lot of our endemic wetland birds started coming back. So like if you look on the right here, we have these 3 birds with the Hawaiian duck. So that guy standing on the dock there, facing the other way, that is the auku'u. It's a type of heron, and they'll just kind of around your village. You could basically control like your entrance and exit. So they would build like a tunnel like this around the village. So that
It's like durian.
where it's like an underground oven, and they would use it to slow cook meat like pork. So they would wrap the pork up in this leaf and then cook it for hours. It just seals in all the moisture. If you ever have made contact, and it's a huge shame.
I think they're sitting in the back.
So this next stop is probably my favorite stop out of any of the tours. It's a super beautiful and calming.
Fantastic.
Yeah, some little fish.
I'm like deep in the water.
Yeah, once a year.
Oh.
Come on, guys. To a place in Manoa, actually where Bruno Mars is from. They turned into a chocolate bar for us, and they sent it back to us, and we sell it here. So this is what we're going to be sampling.
Why? What is it? Bingo?
No, that's the color.
Clams. And then you just kind of want to go slow.
It's a big
So
shell.
sometimes you'll hear that first crack. See, this is perfect. Sometimes you'll hear that first crack. When you hear that, just kind of slow down because you don't want to, just force through the whole thing really quickly.
Wow, nice. You go.
Appreciate it. You could have just left it.
Put it in
there.
and
I appreciate that. Though.
Okay, now put it in. Now it's stop. And now you do it.
And then you can just leave the shells in the wooden part. In the wooden thing. I'll clean them up.
Those are so good.
People on